Today, we're gonna turn this into this. The first stage is to make sure you removed all gaskets and grommets from the metal casing. This Honda Accord valve cover has quite a few, so I won't bore you with all the process to remove everything. If you want to learn how to remove spark plug tube seals and replace your Honda valve cover gasket, just check the video down in the description below. I make it super easy. Also, remove any bolt-on items like the spark plug wire holders. Stage 2 is paint removal. This is the most important step because how well you do this determines the finished look of your painted valve cover. Pick up a paint removal chemical that works on metal to make this process a lot faster. You just spray it on after a good shake, let it sit for a few minutes, and then start scraping it off with a wire brush. Either use a mask or hold your breath so you don't lose the years of your life over this weekend project. The next step in stage 2 is to do smaller detail paint removal with 150 grit sandpaper and a flathead screwdriver. Sometimes the paint remover chemical doesn't remove all the paint or rust on the metal surface, so you want to use sandpaper to get the rest down to bare metal. Use a flathead screwdriver to scrape anything left in corners or lettering for the best final results. This is what the valve cover should look like at this point. Stage 3 is to prepare the casing for paint. Use isopropyl alcohol to remove any oils and dust from the cover. I recommend using a microfiber cloth rather than towels because the fibers can break apart using paper-based towels. Step 2 is to use painter's tape to cover lettering and any surface you don't want to be painted. I recommend getting good quality tape or the next process is going to be more difficult. Step 3 is to use a razor blade to cut out the edges of your letters so just the letters themselves are protected from the paint. Alternatively to steps 2 and 3, you can sand the letters after painting the whole cover, but you risk damaging the surrounding paint. Stage 4 is to paint the cover. I like to use an automotive heat-resistant primer for smooth end results, but if you want a cheaper and brighter end result, you can skip this step. Apply 2 even coats about 8 inches away with the primer. Step 2, if you use primer, is to use an aluminum finish spray so we can recreate a shine in the final result. This process is required if you use primer because the color paint's shine is determined by its underlying layer. This step can also be skipped if you don't use the primer. Apply 2 to 3 coats of the Alumni-Finish paint. Step 3 is to use Dupli-Color's Metalcast paint. This is heat resistant and I've never had issues with it. Shake it well and apply a light layer for your first coat, staying at least 10 inches away from the casing. Remember, use a fume mask or hold your breath in a ventilated area. We want to live to see this cover for years to come. Continue to apply coats, usually up to 4, to get an even solid color. The same process is applied if you skip the previous steps, and this is what the cover looks like when you do skip them. And this is what it looks like with the previous steps. I personally like the deeper color a bit more. Step 4, which is the last step of this stage, is to apply 2 coats of Dupli-Color's Gloss Clear Engine Enamel Spray, which protects the paint from gas and oil over time. Stage 5 is to put the cover back together. Remove the tape that covered the underlying metal and put all gaskets and grommets in before putting it back in your car. This is the moment you've been waiting for, the finished product. Now you can confidently paint your valve cover and give you and your buddies a fun project to spend time on. Thank you for watching, comment your thoughts down below, and stick around so you don't miss out on future projects we like to work on. I'll see you guys in the next one.